If you want to get clients on Instagram, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how step by step in this free Instagram course. Hey, Lee Constantine, the founder of Personal Trainers Elite here. And in this free mini course, I'm going to be showing you how to get clients on Instagram. This is probably one of the most powerful training programs that I'm going to be delivering to you for free to show you how to get clients using Instagram, one of the most popular, most powerful social media platforms there are right now. And the reason why I am teaching you this for free is so that you can go and get clients using the power of your Instagram account. And in doing so, I'm hoping that I can build up enough trust with you that eventually you decide, hey, maybe I should become a client or a student inside the Personal Trainers Elite Academy. So what I'm gonna do in this free course, if it's okay with you, is just over deliver, give you so much value of everything I'm gonna teach you so that one day you decide, hey, Personal Trainers Elite is the team I wanna join and these guys know what they're talking about. So if that's cool with you, we're gonna get started and I'm gonna show you the very first step. Now, before I jump in and show you this very first module where we go in and we talk about the key components, the 5 key pillars of a successful Instagram profile, I want to tell you that Instagram is the most powerful platform if you want to get clients right now. And the reason why is because there's so much interactivity, there's so many features and options now, and there are more and more users on there, you know, not the same amount as Facebook, but there's a lot more interactivity and a lot more ability to reach people organically, which means for free using these platforms. And in 2017, I used free advertising on Instagram to get my first one, £30,000 a month, right, in a single month, using the free strategies, some of the ones I'm going to teach you today and in the following modules. And we teach trainers and coaches the strategies, just like I'm going to show you today, to go and hit 5, 6, 7, 8, £10,000 a month, plus using some of the stuff I'm going to show you in this free course. And so this stuff works. We've got success stories from trainers from the UK, US, Europe, all around the world who are taking advantage of Instagram as a platform. And I'm just going to be giving these to you for free so that you can build enough trust with me that, hey, you decide Personal Trainers Elite is the place I want to be. So let's dive in to the very first training. So as I mentioned, there's 5 core pillars that you want to master for Instagram to be successful. If you don't get these things right, then it's going to be hard to get clients on Instagram in the first place. So pillar number 1 is this: niche. So what that means is going and defining a small segment of the market that you want to position yourself as an authority with. Now, you can't just go and say, I'm a fitness Instagram account anymore. That has been said, it's been done. Everybody has had or seen a fitness profile. What needs to be done now, today, in 2021 and beyond, is you need to have a hyper target market or a hyper niche of people that you're going to be creating specific content and value for. So it's no good just saying I'm a fitness trainer, I'm a fitness account, or I'm a weight loss coach. You now need to go into smaller segments of those markets to really stand out and have a chance at getting your message out there and being an expert and an authority. So just think, who is the market within the market? So you have weight loss as a general fitness market, then there's women's weight loss, men's weight loss, then there's women who want to get ready for their wedding. It's like men who want to feel lean and confident for their business, all that kind of stuff, right? So we want to go to that next layer deeper if we want to stand out, because what's going to happen is the more niche you go, the more you're going to become an authority with that small segment of the market. So niching down is the primary thing that you need to do first before you even start creating content or doing any of the other stuff I'm going to show you. Because once you know your niche and the hyper niche that you're going to focus on, everything else is going to become easier from there. So pillar number 2 is your bio. Okay, your bio is pillar number 2. So this is the real estate, so to speak, of where people will come and find you and see what you're about. So there's a few key things that you want to include in your bio. Firstly, you want to have a clear headshot, a profile picture that is of you, ideally smiling, looking happy or approachable in some way, because you have to remember first impressions count. So if people come to your profile and there's not a picture, there's a picture of your dog or your cat or your family. It's not really looking like you're a fitness professional. And so having a clear headshot of just you in that picture and ideally smiling is going to make you more approachable and more friendly, right? Because if people see your profile, they feel like they can connect with you through a smile, they're going to feel more open to checking out your profile. So very important you get this right. You can use your iPhone or any phone for that matter. You can use portrait mode. Just clear picture of your head is what you need. You don't need to put a physique picture up because it's a small picture at the end of the day. So create a bit of curiosity by just showing your headshot and being more professional and just standing out from everybody else. The second part of your bio you want to have is your benefit statement. So a benefit statement is who you essentially help. So you might say, I help busy moms regain their energy like they did in their youth. I don't know, something like that. That's a bad example. Or I help men build their confidence through fitness and fat loss, right? Or I help men gain 10 pounds of lean muscle tissue in 12 weeks. Okay, so it's a benefit statement of who you help so that when people come to your profile, they know that they're in the right place if it's for them. And that's why when you go super niche, it's going to start resonating with those types of people. Now, with saying that, you can also use emojis in your bio as well to create some more character, bring it to life. So it's not just some boring block of text. You can go and check out my profile at Lee Constantinu on Instagram for ideas about how I use the emojis and how I created my own benefit statement. And then the second part to your bio is having what we call a call to action or a CTA. So this pretty much just means tell people what you want them to do. You might ask them to DM you fitness if they are wanting some free advice, or you might want them to click the link in your bio if you are sending them to your calendar page or a place to talk with you, or a website or a funnel. Ideally, again, look at my Instagram. You can get an idea of what I'm doing there to see what a call to action looks like. But you want to send people somewhat or tell people what to do on your page so that they know what to do. You might think it's obvious, but people actually need to be instructed in terms of what to do. So that's how you optimize your bio so that when people come to your profile, they see it's a person that they want to follow. And also try to keep your name short, the @ name of your profile short. You can't change that, I don't think, anymore once you've got it, but just make sure it's short, it's your name, and don't have too many numbers or letters in it, just keep it concise. And then the profile where it says your name again, you've got the option to have a username and then a name on your profile. And so here you can create something that is going to be searchable. So you might write online fitness coach or men's fitness coach or women's health coach instead of just using your name, because that is going to be searchable in the Instagram algorithm when people are searching. So it's a little pro tip for you there. So pillar number 3 is content. Okay, it goes without saying that you're going to need content for Instagram to have any effect. And so the type of content that you want to focus on is content that gets lots of engagement, that provides lots of value and gets people interested in who you are and what you do. Now there's 4 types of content that perform the best for a fitness account on Instagram. The best performing posts are before and afters. Now you'll probably see these all over your explore page, and they usually get lots of likes because they are very engaging for people to see and to engage with. Before and after transformations of yourself or your clients are really powerful to use. So keep them in your back pocket and make sure you're using them frequently, because they're going to get lots of engagement, which is going to drive lots of attention and awareness to your profile. The second type of content are swipe workouts. These are workouts where you share video clips of you doing an exercise or several exercises and using the carousel feature on Instagram. So while they may not be getting you direct clients because of the workouts itself, which is something I'll talk about another time, they will create lots of engagement, which again drives more awareness back to your profile where they can see your call to action and find out more about you. So they are great for getting engagement, maybe not so great for actually converting clients, but again, if you want to drive awareness to your profile, they're going to be a great strategy to use right now. The third type of content are carousel tips. So again, using that swipe feature on Instagram, but instead of posting workouts now, you're using tips and advice in the form of a carousel. So each slide essentially is one individual tip. And the benefit of this, that it's really easy for people to digest. It's kind of like bite-sized information and advice, and people like to see what's next. And so if you have 5 tips to lose weight, people like to see what those tips are. So they're going to keep swiping along until they find the answers. The fourth type of content are recipes. So healthy recipes, not just pictures of your food, but actually sharing the benefits of those meals, the calories, the macros, all the things that's going to help people. Because what that's going to do is get people to save your content. And when people save anything on Instagram, the same as your workouts or your swipe tips, that gets people to be more engaged in your profile, which means Instagram's going to start showing your profile to that person more. So it's really good when you get people to save your content, your posts. So giving people tips that they can't maybe use right now, but they might want to refer back to later by using the save feature is a great way of driving more engagement and awareness and building trust with people, because they can see that you understand nutrition and you have good knowledge in terms of what's going to be a healthy diet. So great tip to build your content library with. And then the fifth type of content are videos. Now I'm not going to go too deep into videos in this video. I will do it in a later part of this course. Any kind of videos on Instagram right now are working great because the algorithm are preferring people to do videos because they keep people on the platform. Remember, that's the goal of Instagram, to keep people on the platform. So stories, IGTV, Reels, all this type of stuff is amazing to be using right now because it's going to get you more visibility in the algorithm, land on the explore page and have more features. So again, we're going to do a deeper dive into videos in a later part of this course, but just remember that is part of your arsenal as well. So the fourth pillar that you need to be considering and making sure you do not miss this part, which is really key, is this: consistency. The key is consistency. You can't, it's no good going to the gym for 7 days straight, working out really hard and then stopping for a month, right? You're not gonna see any progress in your physique or your body or your strength, right? The key is to be showing up consistently 3 times a week, 4 times a week, over a long enough period to see your body change. The same thing is true for Instagram. You can't just post one day for a week and then stop. You have to be consistent with the platform for them to give you preference over appearing in people's feeds, in the explore page and all that kind of stuff. And so instead of trying to do too much too soon, start with a minimum goal for yourself. And I recommend no less than 1 post per day, because again, it's very competitive now. We're not in the days where Instagram is early anymore. It's very mature, which means they're going to want more people to be more active on the platform to give them any preference. And so set a minimum goal for you to post once a day, and it could be any type of those content that I mentioned. Doesn't have to be the same thing, doesn't have to be a long story. It could be anything, but just showing up once a day is the key. And it's also going to build that connection with your audience, which is really the whole goal of all of this, to build value with your followers, with everyone who's on this platform, so that they can eventually become a client, right? If you want to get clients on Instagram, you need to be creating content, but you have to be consistently showing up for them and showing up for your community and leading them. And the only way you could do that is if you're just consistent. Consistency is going to prevail. And I've had clients sign up with me who have been following me for even a couple years. So they'll be following me for a few years. They won't sign up with me, but because I've been showing up consistently week in and week out, they've eventually become a client even up to a year, 2 years later. Because people are watching, and so the more you show up, the more you're going to stay top of mind, which is going to make it easier for you to turn them into a client. And then the fifth and final pillar to successfully getting clients on Instagram is this: network. So what that means is going and building a community of people that you can do cross promotions with. So finding people who have a similar amount of followers to you, or similar type of audience or niche, offer them to promote your profile in exchange for them to promote yours. So what that means is they're going to give you a shout out, they're going to tag you, they're going to tell people to follow you either on their stories or on their feed, and then you're going to do the same for them. Because what that's going to do, it's going to expose you to a new market, a new group of people that you would have never been in front of before. But you do want to make sure that they are a niche, they are in a similar niche to you, so that you can actually benefit from their followers by reciprocating that. For them is going to also add value to them. And so the real benefit of doing this is it doesn't cost you any money, it's free, it's easy, and it gives you a massive amount of exposure. And later on in this course, we're going to talk about some advertising strategies, some paid strategies, so you can ramp this thing up and really accelerate your growth and your exposure. But these are free ways to get your profile more visibility. So there you have it. That's part 1 of the How to Get Clients on Instagram course. It really is the foundation of you getting clients. You have to have followers first, you have to have content, you have to be consistent, you have to build a network. And so if you do these things over a long enough period of time, you're going to build your profile and you're going to be able to get clients on Instagram. So stay tuned for the next part of this course, where we're going to dive into one of the most powerful places that you could be selling your coaching programs right now, and that is on Instagram stories. And I'm gonna break down the exact framework, the words, the things to say and do on Instagram stories to help you get clients. So stick around and make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a notification of when I release new videos. And like this video so I know to create more mini courses like this for you to help you build your coaching business. And comment below if there's any questions that you have about the types of content or what to do on Instagram, how to get clients. Drop a comment below so we can have a chat there, or shoot me a DM on Instagram at Lee Constantinou. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.